Hey, Merry Christmas, and welcome once again to Stuff and Things Plays Doki Doki Literature Club. This is your Christmas gift from the Stuff and Things Plays channel. We are continuing on with the Doki Doki series. In the last episode, we saw that Sayori is she's a little depressed, a little unhinged, a little unbalanced. But we're expecting this crazy twist, and I don't think a teenage girl being depressed is really that much of a shock. So I'm assuming there's going to be more. And I mentioned in the last episode, we had that whole choice where we could tell Sayori we loved her or that she will always be our good friend. I picked good friend, and then I went back on my own and did I love you, and she was still not good. So I think we're going to stick with dear friend. We're going to stick with Natsuki. It's the day of the festival. Let's continue.
Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too.
There we go. Here's Monica.
Burado, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. Oh, that's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom.
What happened to the music? Why is there no more music?
They must be the one she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important she'd try a little harder. Maybe her crippling depression has something to do with it. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel...
You suddenly remember? Just slipped your mind?
I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all.
I don't know if you should be sneaking into young women's bedrooms.
You should take a little responsibility for her, Burado. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know.
Exchange?
Exchange? Monica, you know about that?
What?
Of course I do. I'm the club president, after all. But, I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? I don't think she did. About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really seem like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so... Don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think.
There's something going on with Monica. I think we've all established that by now. We all are convinced that she's somehow privy to information that only us as the player are privy to. It's getting weird.
Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on his own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before.
Oh boy, here we go. Get ready. The poem is titled Percentage?
Get out of my head. 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 Out of my head. Get 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 out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Okay. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. So we're assuming that she's writing this to Burado. She's obviously completely off the rails now. Sayori is into the cutting stage, I think, right now. Listen to everything she said to me. So Monica said something to Sayori the other day. You guys remember that? And when she was feeling kind of depressed or upset, and then she ended up leaving the club early, Monica said something to her. And I don't think it was very nice. In fact, I think it was something maybe sort of manipulative and weird. But we don't know what that was yet. So maybe that's what she's referring to here. And then before I show you how much I love you, is she planning some grand gesture of suicide or something? Before I finish writing this poem. All right, that's freaking weird, man. Let's continue. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Burado? What's wrong? Monica's evil. I think she's evil. Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so, well, all right. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. What the fuck? What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even this simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. He's really convinced he knows what she needs. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Uh-oh. Why is there no music? Can you hear music? I don't hear any music. I don't know. Maybe there's something wrong with my headphones. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Where are her parents? Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Naked, my pants down around my ankles. Isn't it kind of like a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh my God! Jesus Christ. Okay. And here comes the music. Sayori? Okay, file game script, see trace back text for details. So we're getting some weird fourth wall breaking. Okay, well, I'm not saying I didn't completely expect this. Well, I didn't completely expect this, but I sort of maybe expected this. Alright. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this could be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she... I don't know what happened to my voice there. Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession. That has to be what pushed her over the edge. I'm sure she would have killed herself anyway. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? So just to let you know, when I told her that I did love her in the alternate version, she was still like really not good and basically saying that she still felt like she was dying or something. So, and like, oh, this is what I thought I wanted, but maybe I don't know why this still is making me horribly depressed. So I don't think it was going to make any difference. This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Sorry. Screw the literature club. Screw it in the ass. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I could do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different.
It is, but I still don't think it would have made any difference.
I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Never.
It's not the end of the game. Now look at this. Why is it all screwed up there? And look at Monica. Now wait a minute. Sayori and Monica are like weirdly joined together, so they want me to reload a save. So this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna give us these crazy choices. We're gonna assume that we picked the wrong choice, but then it's still not gonna make any difference. So let's load the choice where I say I love you. Oh, this file is missing or corrupt. Starting a new game. What? What? Oh my god. Okay, so I'm not going to reread all this shit. This girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of... Okay, I should probably read this just to make sure that there's nothing different, though. We used to walk to school, starting around high school, we oversleep more and more frequently. I get tired of waking up, but if she's... Now, wait a minute. Did he say I would oversleep more? I should have paid attention. Idleness and let catch up to me. Come on now. So what are we gonna do? How are we gonna progress here? Okay, I'm just gonna read these and see what happens.
Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together.
I think that's new.
Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway.
That's true.
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation.
So now Sayori just doesn't exist. She never existed. And why was she merged with Monica?
Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Burato! Who the fuck is this? Oh my god.
Monica?
Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. Ah! It's been a while, right?
Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... Why did you come in here? What did you come in here for anyway?
Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers?
I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right?
About that. I actually quit the debate club.
Oh, really? You quit?
Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. We've heard that before. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it.
In that case, what club did you decide to join?
Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club.
Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far?
It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for someone. So Sayori's gone. Doesn't exist. It's Yuri, Natsuki, and Monica. For something that sounds so boring.
Well, I could see that.
But it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature could be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right?
Did Monica say she? A girl who likes manga?
Hey, Burado, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join?
I mean, I guess so, but...
In that case, is there any chance you could do me... Was that a musical cue on purpose? When she did that? Is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please?
Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out.
Oh, awesome! You're really sweet, Burado, you know that?
Oh, it's nothing, really.
Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials some other time. You're more important. So are we just going to replay everything again?
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
I'm back. Maybe I should make her sound more like Sayori, because it seems like they sort of joined together now. And I brought a guest with me. What? Why? Don't do that.
A guest?
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere.
Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Burado.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right?
What? No, I'm not.
Natsuki?
The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president.
It's nice to meet you.
Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki.
Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you.
So, I ran into Burado in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great?
Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know.
Oh, sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him.
In that case, I should at least make some tea, right?
Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Burado?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica.
So I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki?
Well, I guess.
I love Natsuki. That's part of my voice for her, I guess, even though the voice kills me, but there's just something hilarious about her.
Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
Yeah, I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. There's so much repeated here that I don't know.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief.
So, Burado, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up.
So should we go for Natsuki again? Should we go for Yuri this time?
It looks like she wants to say something. And just screw Sayori. She's gone. We don't care about her anymore. But she keeps quiet.
Oh, not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with The Rock.
I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality.
Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Oh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
Oh, that's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called
Don't say it out loud! Give that back!
Fine, fine.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
I wonder if we should write poems. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea.
Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Burado?
Whoa, there's still one problem.
Eh, what's that?
Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions, and there weren't any frickin' cupcakes. Where were the cupcakes? I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. but
I'm sorry. I thought.
The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Burado. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club.
Okay.
We need 4, and I've been trying really, really hard to find new members, and if we don't find one more before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these cute girls with their supple thighs and kneecaps that are sort of pointy that I can see under their skirts, and their pert buttocks and all the parts, the hair that sticks out in multi directions, and the pink and the eyeballs that are kind of strangely luminous and way too large for their heads. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful cartoon women. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Burado?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
Oh, you really did scare me for a moment.
I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed.
Burado, I'm so happy. We could become an official club now.
Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Everything.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Burado, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
All right. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki. Yuri. And of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer. Much closer to one of these girls. All right. I'll just need to make the most of my circumcisions. I did it again, my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. All right. So, what? You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yeah. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. A man walked into a club. I mean, it's obvious what this is saying. A third party intervened with her programming. So, suddenly the girl hated herself for being in love, and this country just kind of, but she killed herself just in time. So this is suggesting that Sayori was not depressed all the time, that she was just the kind of happy-go-lucky, carefree, sort of ditzy girl that she pretended, or not pretended to be, but seemed to be. She had a thing for Burado, or at least they were friends, but as he started coming to the club more, she did actually start falling in love with him, maybe. But somehow a third party
why would before disaster could happen? Why would her being in love with him mean that disaster could happen? So a third party interviewed with her programming. Suddenly the girl hated herself for being in love. So this is what the weird contradiction was with Sayori's behavior. Like suddenly she was just completely did a 180 on the way she behaved. Seems really weird. So there's all this weird fourth wall breaking. They're letting you know you're playing a game. Obviously we know we're playing a game, but they're referencing that within the game. Monica seems like she's some sort of agent of whatever force is working within this game. Like she's not just a character, she's somehow involved in a more deep level, in a deeper level. This contradiction caused the script to derail. So she killed herself just in time. Okay, this is weird. Is this the poem that I'm going to read tomorrow? Oh no, I have to write one. Now, are there... Oh, no. See, Monica still isn't a choice here with the poem. I guess we're going to write the poem, and then we'll do day 2 again tomorrow. So I think I still want to stick with Natsuki, though, because we never had a finish to that. I wonder if we're just going to get to the... I wonder if every time a girl falls in love with me in the club, she'll have to kill herself until there's only Monica left or something. It's going to be weird. Okay, holiday. Fun. Candy. With a puppy and a smile, which is very sweet, about giggling and lollipops and games and bliss and rainbows. Starscape. Oh no, that would be Yuri, obviously. Pout. Yeah. We will pout and boop while the God damn it. While the chocolate, pink, anime, fester and graveyard, anime lipstick with the precious wood. Okay, well that was a weird little drawing of Sayori. I wonder if she's possessed the game and is now going to haunt us for the remainder of this playthrough. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens in the next episode of Stuff and Things Plays Doki Doki Literature Club. Until next time, until we meet again, I'm going to Stuff and Things Plays. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I don't know why I did that. Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. It's a weird game.